How much of a conversation do you have with ESPN about allowing no bleeps and let everything work blue like you have? It's been dynamite.
Zero.
It really has been so real.
I never would have had the temerity to even offer that up because I definitely thought I would have gotten shut down. You know, I thought we were lucky to get a cigar on TV with some of the rules that are in place, especially with a Disney company. But credit John Dahl, Libby Geist, and Connor Schell, and all the way up to Jimmy Pitaro and even Bob Iger had a say in this thing, and all of them were adamant that this story should be told the way that it was meant to be told and the way that the characters tell it. So I was thrilled. I never, like I said, would have thought. I was hoping they would give us, you know, even at HBO, there was a list of like you could have 3 F words per half hour, and you couldn't have anything. If someone was saying something, you know, that was explicit, it had to be referring just to like specific genitalia or something. It couldn't be. There was all kinds of lists. This was just like, all right, the rough one's going to be on ESPN, and the kid-friendly one's going to be on ESPN too, and that's it. So I was thrilled.
It's amazing. I mean, just hearing the raw emotion of Ron Harper talking about not guarding Jordan was amazing. And then, you know, Horace Grant, what he called the Pistons straight up last night because they didn't shake their hands. And Jordan's reactions and the way I think it's amazing, Jason, and I do credit everybody to let because it just does. I understand it's working blue and the language is not safe for work, but it does lend a certain sort of rawness to the emotion that we need to hear. That said, what Rodman story hit the cutting room floor, Jason? There had to be 1 or 2 or 5 about last night.
Nothing explicit. I would have loved to have gone more into, because I think it's easy to paint Dennis as a caricature. You know, he's got the tattoos and the piercings and all that. But I've always been of the opinion that all that stuff is armor, and that there's a much softer guy inside. And we had so many stories about what a gentle guy this guy was. Even when he came to the Bulls, his first day of training camp in 95, 96, no one wanted to talk to him. He was just off shooting by himself in the corner. And Bill Wennington came in and said, why is no one talking to Dennis? And they all said, well, we don't know what to say to him. And Bill and Dennis shared an agent, and he came over and said, hey, how you doing? I mean, Dennis is an introvert, and I know it's not clear when you show him in Vegas and he's surrounded by women and cigar smoke and he's doing the kamikaze shots, but he is at heart an introvert. And this is a guy who was looking for a father his entire life, never had one. And he found one in Chuck Daly, and he found one in Phil Jackson, and he found an authoritative figure in Michael. He just wanted structure, this guy. That's it. And he wanted to be wanted. He wanted to be loved. I think Dennis is deep down a really needy guy. He wants attention because he wants people to love him in some way. So I wish we could have dived a little bit deeper into that. But as ridiculous as it sounds, 10 hours isn't enough time to tell all the stories that we had to tell. So we had to just scratch the surface on that.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.